Right, hello again. One of my goals in GeoGuessr is to become one of the better Latin America players. I am good at some of the countries, less good at others. I think Brazil is probably my biggest weak spot. Other than that, I feel fairly comfortable in most of the other countries, but you know, Argentina, I definitely don't really know metas, so probably a bit of work to do there. But yeah, let's see. I think the other thing is I wanted to share some tips. And I think also with the upcoming changes from the 1st of February, I thought play along videos might be helpful for people who don't have Pro. So I'll do a couple of challenge links. And yeah, let's just see. I think I want to be able to head streak this map reasonably well, so I'm going to try and get 20k where I can. And yeah, let's just see. Let me make sure I can paste these challenge links into something. Cool. All right, I'm ready to start, I think. So first game, let's see what we get. Right, okay, we've got, we've got these Brazil poles with quite a flat landscape with red soil. Interesting hanging insulators that I don't really know much about. If I look at the vegetation is interesting over here. This looks very Amazonian actually. I don't think that was my first thought really. Thought it might be a sort of, just from this, I might think it would be a generic sort of here, but actually I'm wondering about further west. It's not really like an Acre road, is it? I mean, it kind of is, but I don't think that would count. I could see like Rondônia or something. So I might try that. It was just Mato Grosso in the end, so I mean, it's far enough in to have that kind of vegetation, I guess. I just sort of talked myself into going a bit deeper in. That's fine. Maybe those insulators or something, maybe they're not. Anyway, this one is Panama, and I don't actually know any metas for Panama really, so I'll plonk middle, and that will do. Next one, okay. Well, it definitely reminds me of Yucatan to an extent. Like, I'm just wondering if there's a chance it's Colo. House is weird. Like, it's not. I wouldn't call that like a typical Yucatan building, really. It could be though. I think I like Yucatan here more than anything else. Yeah, I mean, let's just give it a go. I'll probably go QR actually. Could see it being down here or here. Let's just see. Yeah, it was QR. That's solid. We're on an okay score despite a mediocre Brazil guess. Let's see what we've got. So, okay, I'm not. Oh, it's Guatemala. Yeah, I mean that makes sense because I noticed all these fast food chains, which Guatemala seems to have loads of, like all the US chains. Just hadn't really been thinking about the round. I was thinking about the Brazil round from earlier. So we've got a ridge. It's quite mountainous. We've actually got some. Okay, we've got some info. We're somewhere out here then. If these are in different directions, we might be here. Yeah, the mountains seem to fit for here. I think let's just line this up. Should be something. I don't know, vaguely around here. Let's just see. No, it was actually. Okay. Well, interesting. And finally, we need 3 and a bit K for this one, which is Guatemala again. I think I like a Coban type of guess here. Just still mountainous, but not as prominent. Kind of straighter road. Could be even here or just here. I'll try there. Okay, it was south of these mountains here, but still very eastern, which makes sense. Okay, that's game 1, 21.3k. Let me do another. And I'll try and share a few more tips this time. I think I should have spoken a bit more about the Mexico round, but I guess, you know, it's those gum trees really. You do see those in other parts of like the Caribbean coast, but just so many of them. I think maybe the equivalent part of Colombia maybe has slightly less vegetation, but that's how I would describe it, I think. So next one, let's see. We can get another 20k. Right, we have got, okay, this is just Guatemala Central. Okay, I'm just gonna send Guatemala here. I don't think there's much to say. I'm not particularly good at region guessing Guatemala. I mean, it's a small country. It's a very interesting country as well, but it's just, there are rounds where you fancy a region guess, there are rounds where you don't. Here I would just guess, yeah. Didn't think it was like right in this bit, so I wanted to go a tiny bit north of it, but don't tell me we've got, okay, no, I wondered if that could be Guat again, but this one I think is going to be Ecuador. And do I know if this is east of Andes or west of Andes? That's my, yeah, that's a weakness in Ecuador for me. Can be, I find it quite hard sometimes. So I think I could go here. I could go here. I'm torn. I'm gonna just gamble. Yeah, okay. I don't know. That was gut feel. I think the vegetation was, yeah, just quite dense and varied, and it takes a bit of practice to get that vibe. Not saying I necessarily get that vibe. I will often get that wrong, I think. I would say this is Bolivia. Just very Bolivian architecture, like lots of breeze block and red brick. Like you do get that in Peru, but in Bolivia it's almost slightly more ubiquitous. And you would always have the white car, where Peru might have now Gen 4 or a black car. So on balance, Bolivia seems like a good guess. And then the plates look quite Bolivian, generally quite big. So yeah, for this one I would think this is like, probably have to assume this is near Cochabamba, but I could be wrong there. Could be like any of these little towns outside. I think I'd try something like this. Okay, it was just actually downtown, up against this hill. Yeah, I think Bolivia, because the coverage has never really changed. I think once you get the feel for what the mountains look like in different parts, it becomes quite region guessable. Okay, next one. Okay. Strikes me as maybe Brazil. Let me think. So I can't actually get much from the language. Like the word at the bottom would, I think it's a name, but it would strike me as strange in Spanish. So I'm thinking maybe it's Brazil. We've got these round poles, and I guess, I don't know, just trying to eliminate things. Like Colombia, in theory, this doesn't seem very Brazilian, this house. Ooh, I'm a bit torn now. Could be lacking yellow plate for a vehicle like this in Colombia. Parque Ecológico. That's Spanish. What am I talking about? That is Spanish. Yeah, I think I actually like Colombia here. Round poles. Speed sign even, I could see Colombia. Thought you'd get more of a sort of black car in Colombia, but maybe that's not always the case. Let's see what we... I think I honestly just go near Bogota here. I don't think I have anything to tell me otherwise, yeah. And I think just with the park and everything, it just seemed like near Bogota's a good guess. Okay, that's fine. Had to talk myself into that one a bit. I don't know why I was confused about the language, because I couldn't really read it properly at first. Okay, it's a nice round. This is a very nice round. Actually looking for some metas here. I mean, kind of looks like a Bolivia plate. Although I don't recognise this coverage really. That's probably a Bolivia marker too. Doesn't look like a Peruvian one. Yeah, I think this is Bolivia. I honestly think I have to go in a similar sort of area, like somewhere southeast of Cochabamba, because the mountains are too. I just think the mountains these are too prominent to be on the sort of altiplano here. Maybe I could be wrong. I wonder if there are any roads here. Like, I don't know the coverage too well, but I think I'll just go somewhere out here. Oh, it's really, yeah, Potosi. Okay, that's quite poor because Bolivia should be fairly free. I just didn't really know this road too well. That's not my best guess, but it's quite a good score. I actually kind of threw a really good score there. I could have had easy 24k. It's a shame. Oh well, the scores are good overall so far, so I can't complain. That's a head streak of 2. Let me do another. Let's paste that. Right, let's go. Okay, this one is okay. Well, I thought, yeah. Let me think. Thought of like Colombia here, or maybe Ecuador. Actually no, it could be Brazil as well. Let's think. Yeah, okay, well it's Spanish language. Yeah, it is Colombia. We've got the yellow plate. I just think these tiles and stuff actually don't really see much of that in Mexico, so I sort of immediately thought more Colombia, Ecuador. Then I thought, like, you know, you could probably see a building like that in Brazil, but probably preferred this side. Yeah, I think also with these like banana type plants as well, probably prefer here. But yeah, as for a region guess, like maybe southern is possible, given I thought it could be Ecuador, but I don't really have much basis for saying that. I think I'll just go here. Okay, it was, yeah, I mean, it wasn't the worst guess, but it wasn't south. Pereira, right, okay, we do have Brazil. We've got this classic sort of red soil agricultural round. Don't have round poles, but I do think it could be like, yeah, I would think like Western Sao Paulo, Northwest Paraná, like mostly around the Paraná River, this type of location. I mean, I could be wrong, it could be further up this way, like it's just where I would most commonly see this type of landscape. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. Okay, yeah, it was a lot further up. I knew it could be, but I still just thought I liked the vibe of this area. So that's twice Mato Grosso has caught me out. So as I said, Brazil is a bit dodgy for me. Okay, now we've got another potentially tricky one if I don't know the country. My first thought is like Villavicencio, but let's think, because yeah, I mean, I think that actually works. Like, I know I can rule out Mexico. Oh, we actually have a cross on the back there as well. And I think even before seeing the mountains, I still did think with the flatness and the vegetation, the east of Andes might be good. But now we see the ridge as well, even better. So I definitely like this. Honestly, could be on this road. Okay, just a bit further up. Losing some points, but we can still get the 20k on this, although it won't be easy. It kind of comes down to how much patience I think I have in Uruguay, where we have these white signposts, which always pretty good clue. Now it's hilly, so hilliness in Uruguay, I would normally think of here or here, like mostly north or east to southeast even, but Parque probably won't find that. Yeah, let me think now. Some palms. Do we have many palms? No. It really is quite hilly over there. So yeah, you could easily see this being like here, in my opinion. Definitely could be here. I can't rule this out. I think I probably need a bit of Uruguay practice just to, because it's not a big country, but you can throw against another player if they get this right and you get it wrong. I'll probably send this. Okay, it was yeah, as I said, southeast can be really mountainous. Like, it can be surprising. Like, this is clearly probably one of the most mountainous parts of the southern half of the country for sure. Yeah, just a rough one, really. I mean, maybe the Palm should have brought me more coastal, because that's what I was thinking about. But yeah, tough. We've only had one Mexico so far. This is Colombia, I think. So yeah, the score's not great here, so I'm just gonna kind of insta-send somewhere like vaguely northern. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I nearly clicked here. That would have been a bit better, but yeah, whatever. Not the best seed for me, that one. Let's try another. Do one more. Yeah. Let's hope we get a nice Mexico one that I can do. Let's see. Okay, we've got Bolivia, I think. This is just classic Bolivia, really. As I said, just very ubiquitous red brick architecture. Almost spot the plate on the car from a mile off. Like, you kind of take that in almost subconsciously. This would be like more La Paz area, because we can. So if we think about it, we can see big mountains northeast, very big ones. Already at a high enough altitude as it is, but then these are really high. And then more that way as well. We're kind of surrounded. So I would think then, what would those be? That's actually interesting. But yeah, I would just be thinking of like just somewhere here, really. Yeah, that works. Next one. Ooh, okay, is this Mexico then? Let me think. Wait. These here. Yeah, kind of tough one. Not like it feels like a northern state, but I'm kind of lacking too many specific clues. We've got palms, interestingly. Let me just make sure I'm not being silly here and that it is actually Mexico. I mean, it is. Yeah, but where? Why do we have palms? Very interesting mix of vegetation here. Kind of industrial. Are we near a city? And if so, what would it be? Hermosillo, Chihuahua, something? I'm really struggling to spot anything specific that I can use here. I'll probably kick myself for missing whatever this is. Could it even be more central ever? Poles look quite northern, like this suspended crossbar. Just have major doubts about this. Do I go Durango? These cacti would almost pull you a bit more east somehow. Let's just see. It was more down here. That's a really bad guess. Ah, that's shocking. It was near a bigger city, but that's really disappointed with myself there, because I should have been making good Mexico guesses. That one just really threw me. Okay. The vegetation makes a bit more sense now, but still weird. Anyway, I would aim to redeem myself here. I think this is Baja, so let's see if I can claw some respect back. Yeah, this is like... I can't remember if it would be here or here. Or if it actually further down, like here. Right, well, let me have a think. Because I've actually practiced a bit Baja. I'm just not 100% sure what this is. Could be here, to be honest. Or up here. Yeah, maybe I'll go on the one here. Yeah. Okay. I think somewhere in my memory, that's what this stretch looked like. It's just a while since I played Baja. Okay, next one just looks like Colombia to me. Do you have the yellow plate? This is just, yeah, I do find it quite hard to regionally guess Colombia sometimes. I'll probably go in these mountains maybe. It was south. It came to mind, but didn't send it. This will be the 9 in Chile, which has the classic triple yellow. And what have we got? There is like a section that's more concrete, isn't there? So I can't remember where that's found. I think that's more yeah, that's somewhere. But yeah, I think for this it's about lining it up probably. Like that doesn't work, but it nearly does. Am I facing north probably? What's the landscape looking like? It's flat everywhere we can see, which honestly might even put us more towards here. I just think it's send. Yeah, it was there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not happy about that Mexico guess, but what can I say? I think I had 3 Mexico rounds across the video. 2 of them were good actually, and 1 was bad, so that's not the worst return. Been a while since I actually just grinded the map, so maybe I'm forgetting a few things. But yeah, overall, fairly solid. I think we can see we didn't get any arch, did we? What the hell? Yeah, we can see Brazil is a bit of a weak spot. I can actually sometimes have good Brazil guesses. I just didn't make any there. Colombia was not too confident. A couple of good ones, a couple of bad ones. Yeah, but yeah, play along, see how you did. If you can think of any tips you have for me on how to improve, particularly in Brazil, then I would love that. But yeah, if you like these play-alongs, I will do more. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to do, because I'm very happy to focus on certain areas or just do world maps for people who don't have Pro to play along. Just let me know. Right, thanks for watching. See you soon.